This isn't.
I don't want to do it. I'm scared. I don't know who I'm going to call. Me.
What I just described there is called call reluctance. You gotta fucking get over it. This is like, yo, I'm gonna do it. So if I'm gonna talk to Andre about something, there's probably other people that are having the same issue. So instead of just talking to Andre about it, why don't I talk to 3 or 4 people about it? That increases the efficiency of things, right? And if I'm gonna have a one-to-many conversation, why don't we record it and then chop it up? And now that's content for social media that attracts agents to the team and then shows potential buyers and sellers that we know what we're doing, that we train, that we work hard, that we show up to work, that we have an office, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So that's the purpose of that. And that can happen in a lot of aspects of your business. Because the best social media posting is documenting your day, not creative, right? Like we do a little cute little thing, it gets a couple of views. But when people get to see how life is for you and what you actually do, then it's a totally different game because that's actually interesting, right? Think reality TV, they're documenting. Now, of course, they're probably foofing it up a little bit, making it more dramatic, like get some tears going, you know, maybe whisper like, hey, Whitney said you're a bitch. Hey, my birthday, she said that. And then like record it, you know, or like so-and-so left the group chat. You know, so they fluff it up, but it's documenting. Right, they're documenting what's happening. These people already have interesting lives because we were just reading about posting on social media, and I'm sure you're like, oh, you know, I've done it. I'm in my office. I'm like, all right. Okay, market update. Oh yeah, market update. Market update. It's shoot. Okay, right, and you're like trying to figure out what to post, or you just Andre's got, we put a cape on you. I'm looking through, we have all those storage covers by the printer, the big printer, and there's like random stuff. And so I'm like, well, there's just all this old crap in here. Let's get this cleaned out. Then we could take a bunch of the clutter in the sign room, right? And then move it over. We could label it so then things would be more organized. And there was a black tablecloth. So I tied it around Andre because he's right there. And he's like, doo-doo-doo. I'm like, what can I? So I'm like, hey, you know, and he's got his headphones on. I'm like, this is your customer service specialist. Like did a little thing and I got a bunch of likes and views. And because that was just documenting what was happening, right? You couldn't stage that. We're not good actors, but we do kind of funny shit throughout the day or interesting things. And so that's what you do on social media is you document, you don't create. Because if you think about it, like I don't have that many followers, maybe 1,500, but think of a room of 1,500 people. If you talk to 1,500 people on a regular basis about real estate, would it be fair to say that on a pretty consistent basis, one of them would say, hey, I kind of like the way you work. I want you to be my real estate agent, or I want to work with your team. That make sense? So even if you only have 1,000 followers, 500 followers, that's a lot. All you need to be successful in real estate is have a database of 200 people that you're willing to pick up the phone and talk to. So if you've got more than that, like on your combined social media, like start posting interesting things. You know, like Cody, if you're still doing, you know, you're freaking flipping Legos making money or the storage units, that's interesting to people. Just record it. A very long way to say that's the purpose of this camera is if we're already up here, we might as well use it, right? So think about that though, in like all aspects of your life. This isn't.
I don't want to do it. I'm scared. I don't know who I'm going to call. Me.
What I just described there is called call reluctance. You got to fucking get over it. This is like, yo, I'm going to do it, right? You just do. There's no way around it. If you want to make money in real estate, you got to do some shit you don't want to do. And if you don't do shit you don't want to do, you ain't going to make it. That's simple, right? Do I like working out? Ask me. Adam, do you like working out?
Do you like working out?
No. Ask me if I like waking up early.
Do you like waking up early?
No. Ask me if I like going to bed early. No. Ask me if I like eating broccoli and chicken for dinner. No, I would rather have fettuccine alfredo, right? But if you want to be healthy and live for a while, you got to take care of your body. And if you want to make money, you're going to have to do some shit you don't want to do. The whole point is that's why you get paid. Every once in a while, let's ask to do some shit you want to do. And I'm like, well, thank God you're getting paid for it. It's like, no, that's right. This isn't like there's compensation for the work. But I think often we forget that. So the point is, we do 50 AI calls. Why would we have you do AI coaching calls?
To get better before you mess it up on real people.
To get your ass in gear. An object in motion tends to, what about an object at rest? Okay, so it's like, okay, Elena's terrified to talk to people. Let's have her talk to Dracula a few times. She's warmed up, now she's like, okay, I'm just gonna do it, right? And then she realizes it's not that bad. And the more Elena dials, the better she gets at dialing, the lower her call reluctance is, and pretty soon, it's actually kind of fun. Because you're like, oh, I know what to do, I know what to say, I know who I don't want to work with, you know what I mean? But you don't get good at driving without driving, is that fair? You guys remember the first time you got in a car and tried to drive that damn thing? Like maybe you drove around a field and you got on the road? It's hard. Here's the reality. If you don't warm up, if you don't practice, you're not going to be very good. Is that fair? The more conversations you have, the better you'll get at having conversations about real estate, right? Sometimes Andre's like, I don't know what to say at the end. It's like, dude, would it offend you if I sent you a little information about what's happening in your neighborhood? Right? You got to build the skill. But first, if Andre just has 5,000 conversations and doesn't go anywhere with them, stop at 500 and let's talk about it. I made 500 dials a day and they didn't go so good. Now we have something to talk about, right? I don't have anything to talk to you about if you're like, I was going to make 500 dials today and I didn't. Okay. What's going to change tomorrow? Why are you here? Right? That brings questions of like, why are you here? Right? Like, our building's not that nice. It's nice, but it's not like selling Sunset. We don't have like beach views. We don't have a cocktail bar, right? So we're here to work. If I had a business card with a name, a phone number, an email, and an office address, would that be a database ad? Huh. So you could collect 50 business cards at one networking event. Let's say you collect 10 and you go to 5 networking events. Hey, I'm Adam. I'm a real estate agent, new to town. You know anybody who wants to buy, sell, or invest? Of course you don't. You got a business card? I'd love to connect with you. Hey, by the way, would you be offended if I called you to check in? Hey, do you have a home that you own anywhere in Oregon that you're interested about what the market is doing? Because I can give you a once a month email, kind of a localized update as to what's happening in your neighborhood. What's for sale, what's sold, price per square foot. Would you like that? Would that be helpful? No, I'm gonna do it anyways because I'm gonna add your ass to the database. If they won't give me that information, say, hey, you live on the east side or the west side, right? So that's the west side's a 9750 to the 1, east side's a 9750 to the 4. I live on the east side. Cool. You can unsubscribe, but I'm going to send you once a month a market update as to what's happening in the 9750 to the phone. Okay, whatever. I'll just unsubscribe. Cool. Would it be terrible if like we got lunch or coffee sometime? If not, I get it. Like, I'm super weird. When you ask someone, hey, are you going to be offended if I call you? They're like, no, I wouldn't be offended. You just got permission. So the database ads are simple. Get some fucking business cards. I think we overthink this shit. Like, I have to, I gotta set up a lemonade stand and put LSD in the lemonade, then we have to follow them home. So we get their address, and then I have to steal their phone, and then call my phone with their phone in order to get their phone number, and then I don't know how to get their email, maybe I'll Google it. Oh my God, this is gonna take forever. And it's like, oh no. Simple. Walk around. We got a couple auto care centers. You got people at ABK, hey, I'm the neighbor, nice to meet you, got a card. Cruising to Lava Lanes, hey man, I'll buy you a pretzel if you give me your phone number. You know what I mean? Like, there's the creativity. So the reason, so if you look over here, we need to move these. So we on the right, it's Cap D, contacts, appointments, pendings, database additions. This is a formula I created a long time ago. So you know where you're at on the magnitude of impact scale, but you'll notice the last one is D, right? So if you're remarkable, you make 100 contacts a week, you're going on 15 plus appointments a week, you're pending 5 deals a week. So 100 contacts a week, 15 appointments a month, I think we fucked that up, and then 20 database additions a week. Let's just call it per week, that's better. Because that would be fucking amazing, right? The reason the D is so important is that is your business. Your income is directly tied to the number of people in your database. So there's two kinds of correlations, right? There's inverse correlations. When one goes up, it causes the other to go down. So that would be if interest rates go up, demand goes down. A positive correlation, interest rates go up, payments go up, right? So there's a positive correlation. It's basically 1-to-1. The more people in your database that you work properly, like we ask you to, right, through the Brevity Top 10 and Day in the Life of Brevity, the more deals you will close. What's the purpose of the dials?
Set appointments.
To set appointments, that's one. It's to get you in conversation. Okay? You got to have real estate conversations. Right? So we practice having some real estate conversations, and then we go get some real estate conversations. You think having lots of real estate conversations will make you better at your open houses? Anybody? Any answer?
Yes.
Yeah, right? So if I practice and then I talk to some real people on the phone, I should be more proficient at talking to real people in person. And then the database additions is the money, right? This is your future money. Here's the reality. We got to do this because you got to get good. As you're dialing through, you're also cleaning up your database to make life a lot easier for you and to be much more effective, right? Okay, we got the wrong zip code. Medford, Oregon 97533 is not correct. It's 04, 01, or 02 if you're like on Bilus, okay? So you're cleaning your database up. You're figuring out where they live. You're getting a guess, 97504, 97501. You're making sure they're on some sort of report. That way, if you forget to call them, the email shot for you, so it's not a total loss. Make sense? So you're doing some work, but you're also setting up all these wonderful automations that are working for you. And then that's when all of a sudden you're like, this dude called me out of the blue and wants to buy a house. Well, it wasn't out of the blue. It was you put them in the database, you reached out to them multiple times, you set them up on some sort of alert or report. They liked or didn't like what they saw, and they reached back out. Or they finally answered the phone the 5th attempt because now they recognize who you are because they saw someone wearing a Rutledge shirt. They saw a Rutledge truck driving around. They see Rutledge signs all over town. They go, oh, these are the real estate guys. That's how this stuff works. Okay? But it only works if you work it. If you're having struggles, you don't understand why you're doing what you're doing, you got to reach out. Like, grab me. I can explain it to you like this because this is what success looks like. So all the challenge is here is all the equipment in the gym, right? 150 pieces of equipment. Some are like the leg openers, the leg closers, and the caffy, and then like the hamstrings, and you got all the dumbbells. It's like we could do so many things. But we've got the workout prescribed. Here it is. Here's what you do, right? So F45, CrossFit, you go into that gym and you're told what to do. Okay? We had this discussion on Monday. The coach is there. It's like, okay, here's the workout of the day. We're gonna do, our warm up is gonna be cat cow and dead hangs. And then for abs, we're gonna do 50 crunches. And then for strength, we're gonna do a 5x5 on squats. And then for the cardio portion of it, you're gonna do 10 calories on the bike, 5 burpees, 6 rounds for time or whatever, right? It's like very specific. You got all this equipment, but a coach is like, hey, we have all this equipment and this is the workout today. And if you do the workout that we prescribe to you, then assuming that your diet's in order, right? You can't outwork a bad diet. So if you do the work and you take care of your body at home, you're gonna get results, right? So we'll provide the roadmap, which we do, but you've got to do the work and you have to make sure that you're not eating cake for dinner every night because you'll undo all the good work, right? So if you watch and listen to negative things, you watch the news too much, you screw up your mindset and the whole world's ending. Like I've got clients like that. Depending on what happens in a midterm election or what's in the news that day is whether or not they are moving to Portugal or the United States is the best place in the world. It's like, nothing's really affecting you that much, right? Like after election day, there wasn't like some major change. There was people that were happy. There were people that were pissed off, right? I chose to be like, yo, today's the day. I'm gonna go make some dough. Well, all these other people are whatever, freaking out or celebrating. I'm just gonna work because nothing affects me. An election doesn't affect me today, but you know what does? What I do today. If I work and I can provide for my family, that's what counts. If I'm happy with the election, it's a great opportunity to make a bunch of money. If I'm mad about the election, I better make a bunch of money so I can move out of the country, whatever it is, right? Does that make sense? So if you do the work here, but then you fill yourself with negativity at home and you talk to negative people and you listen to negative things and you're on social media too much, you're going to screw yourself up and you won't be able to get out of that mentally to show up here with a good attitude and understand what's happening. When I got in, all of my best friends and their parents, they already had real estate agents. Imagine that. Because I wasn't in real estate, so every client I got, I had to take from another agent. And I had people laugh at me, making fun of me. Like, real estate agents are losers. What are you doing? You're freaking scum of the earth, dude. Bloodsucker. Blah, blah, blah. Kept going. So now I can say no to the 115 Cave Junction because I have a pipeline and it all is my database. That make sense? So the work you do today, the dials you make, the business cards you get, the putting yourself out there to build your database is what gets you to a point where you don't have to do it anymore, right? If you get enough momentum, it's not that much effort to keep the merry-go-round going. You guys know the merry-go-round analogy. They're heavy as shit, right? It's a lot of work to get it going, right? You push, and it barely goes. You push, and it goes. But pretty soon, if it has momentum, because it's in motion, it's going to tend to
Stay in motion.
Then all it takes to keep the merry-go-round going is this, right? Once it's spinning, just keep it up. What's easier, this or this? Right, we all want to do this, but we're not willing to push first. Interesting. So, the challenge at the end of the day, get your database additions, get your contracts, do the activities, and it's going to work. So don't make up your own workouts. Just do what we tell you to do. Right? Because when you make up your own workout, you confuse yourself. And then you mistake busyness for business. And that's a big mistake. Oh, I'm really busy. Dude, I hate busy people. I want productive people. Dude, I got a lot done today. I made 100 contacts. I made 100 dials. I set 3 appointments. I don't want you to, I built the most epic script ever. No, we have those. You don't need to make your own script. Just do the basics, man.